That's gonna
Okay.
be so helpful.
Yes.
It is gonna be
It's
so
a big
helpful,
deal.
This is
yeah.
month 8,
Very
we've been
important.
working on this, so.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, we will move to item number 10, discussion and for possible action, annual review of executive director. So what I'm going to need, I want to thank publicly our HR contract person. We contract with the county, we're not part of the county, but we contract with the county as far as our HR, which is finally we're getting this correct. And it's the same way with our outsourcing our financials so that we have more than an arm's length, et cetera. So Tim Bunch has done a really terrific job. So as you all know, you got these, and Ian had already given his to Tim, and I delivered the rest of them to Tim. And he did all the calculations on this. It's a nice form that White Pine County has. So I just want to go through the highlights on it. It's a 1 to 5 scale, and went from 3.2 to 5.0 on different levels. And overall, Kyle, it was a 4.0 with everything, so congratulations.
Thank
It's a
you.
good one.
And I just want to read some of them, and you will sign this, we all sign this, and you keep a copy of it. And there's particular comments that you'll go through, and we can read those. And so we're lucky to have Kyle working in our community. Kyle does a good job and is well liked by everyone. He needs to develop better organizational skills to better meet deadlines and achieve goals. He has a tremendous skill set, and I have complete confidence that he'll meet our expectations. Thank you for becoming such an important, credible leader in White Pine County. So thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So anyway, I'll pass these around, and if you'll sign, if you agree, you'll sign your spot, all 3 of these, and appreciate all your service.
I appreciate the opportunity to work with such a great community and to be able to do all these great ideas that we come up with, so.
Yeah, so thank you very much, and again, our thank you to Mr. Bunch for taking this and making it professional. He's done a really good job on this, and so, everyone, people did their own comments, and then he compiled them within there and stuff, so.
Awesome.
That's good, yeah. So, I need.
And then we are following that up with the performance plan.
Mhm.
And so I'll be testing the waters, and coming up with some goals and things like that to work on. It'll be measurables regarding organization and things like that, just to be able to be
Great.
more efficient in my job.
Sure, and so that again, I thank you to Mr. Bunch because he's offered to do some mentorship and kind of follow through. And he is on helping with in-laws, and so when he gets back. So
Right.
it's known as a PIP, and so Kyle's going to test drive it and give it to the rest of the employees for growth. So it's great. So do I hear a motion to accept the annual review of Executive Director Kyle Horvath?
So moved.
Moved by Ian and seconded by Brian. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And number 11, we are in for a great treat with this big report.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm excited. Both Errol and I have great things to report. It's been a very busy month, and I feel like we have checked a lot of stuff off of the list, which is a great feeling. So I'll let Errol go first with his marketing report, and then I will fill in the gaps with events and facilities and some of the other stuff that I've been up to personally.
This is 2-pager. This is great.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. So starting off with Facebook, as always, per Friday, we're up to 3,853 followers.
So Errol, can you add every month so that we know what the additional are? Just add that data point.
Yeah, so I'll start doing that from now on.
Thank you.
I did double check today of what we're at since Friday, and we actually went up about 20 likes and followers since then.
Okay.
So not a bad weekend, I think. I don't think help with that. So we're starting to include COVID safe and conscious community words at the end of major events that I post on Facebook at request of the mayor. He came in and asked us to do that. So I've been making sure to add that to every post. As you can see, we're up 69% on page followers, nice, to 98, and then page likes was 93, which obviously, like I said, that's gone up since Friday. On Instagram, nobody panic, we're up to 2020 followers. so which is 124.
Which is almost double what we normally get per month on Instagram.
Very nice. On Twitter, we're at 314 followers as of Friday. I haven't checked that since then. I think we're at 320 around now. So that brings us to targeted digital, which is reach local, and our display targeting. So I'm going to start with the search targeting, which is a visual ad that shows up after people search certain keywords and click on certain links. And that gives us 113, the common one first.
1,000.
Yep.
113,000 impressions.
That's it.
Round
And
zero.
then 93 clicks. Apologize for that. And then our search engine marketing, which is Google AdWords. People search certain words on Google, and then a visual ad shows up at the top of those search results. And that got 6,000 impressions, 411 clicks, and 86 leads, which are when people look more into the ad and try to get our contact info, our website, or email, phone number. And then site retargeting, which is when our ad shows up on certain sites on the side as like a visual ad. And I got 84,000 impressions and 90 clicks. The YouTube ad is YouTube ad, 46,000 impressions and 21,000 views. And then our Facebook ad got 30,000 impressions, 625 clicks, and there was a huge spike on August 8th, which if you look down underneath the website, you can see a graphic that I put from the website that has a huge spike of visits also on August 8th.
Great.
Ooh, what
So
was
they
the
just-
cause?
Correspond.
It could have been one of our PR things. We were looking, I mean, when something like that happens, you're like, what did we post about? Was I on the news that day?
What do we do right?
All right, let's do that again.
Right, so then moving on to website. So the website was up 23% as far as sessions with 12,482 sessions, 19,355 paid views, which was up 7%. And the top pages were the homepage, lodging, things to do, dining, and the White Pine County Fair and horse races. And then if you look at the visitors that we had this past month, 88% of them were new, with 12% actually returned.
So how do you know that?
It tells you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was highly technical.
Thanks for after that.
That's fantastic.
Yep, so I put that on there, that's exciting. And then other updates, so Jake and Kate Kerouac's restaurant over in Baker, which is an article that we've been working on, should be up this week. We reordered their mountain bike brochure, and that went out really quickly, so we're glad to have that reordered, recently. And then the top 15 poster and brochure, we finally got that approved as far as final files, and we sent those out to get printed recently. And here's kind of a rough thing of what's.
It's our in-house version,
Yeah, in-house, that's a good way to do it.
so just to kind of see, but that'll be with the professional printer that we use.
And then you can see like the corresponder between the poster and the brochure. Yep, posted that around town. And I actually have gone around to over 60 locations in the county, delivering these and putting them up and all that good stuff. I'm working on a master distribution list.
Great.
But we're up to about 65 or 68, and that's not including all the local businesses. So then, if you remember this is exciting. Last meeting we were working on that list with all the attractions and restaurants in the county. Well, we officially got the final files for those, and these are more in-house versions. of
Yeah, they're
these.
being printed professionally as well.
Yes, but this is what they are essentially gonna look like as far as, this is not emphasized, but what's gonna be on them. So here is the first one, I don't know if everyone got one of these.
So that's the local cheat sheet. So that'll be passed out to frontline staff, and if anybody says, hey, where's there a place to eat?
Turn everybody into concierge.
Exactly.
Exactly, you know, and so at the very least, if somebody's really feeling very not customer service, they can just hand it to them, you know. But there should be, I mean, we're still working towards that. There is no excuse for somebody to say there's nowhere to eat, or there's nothing to do in this
Town
town.
sucks, there's nothing here, I don't know.
Yeah, isn't it amazing, 39 places for food.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And 80% are Mexican food.
Pass the block.
And yet, we don't have a high Hispanic population.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Maybe it's just cheap.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's the cheat sheet that's going to be able for businesses, and then the one that is actually gonna go out to visitors and locals is the mailer. So this one's a little more,
And if you'll see, that one is staycation, it has the word staycation on it, so that one is gonna follow the same mailers that we got, or that we sent out to Lincoln County, Eureka County, and White Pine County.
Yep.
Trying to encourage our neighbors to know what we have here and kind of remember. It'll be pretty correctly on the,
I've got mine.
but that'll be mailed out, and again, it's about 7,000, almost 8,000 mailboxes that this goes to between the 3 counties, when it's all said and done.
Well, I think you've gotten people used to this and they'll be welcoming it again.
We had a great brochure we were ready to send out with all the events for this summer, right when this whole COVID thing hit, so.
So sad.
If you get a low return rate, will you share that, list with our voting folks that are sending out ballots?
Absolutely.
of course, still nice me stickers.
Yeah, and anything that's returned, we can actually give out to the
Yeah,
hotels and places,
exactly.
so hopefully we have nothing returned.
Cool.
But yeah, and that's what we've ordered, so we're waiting on those. Contacted through East River, is an influencer, there's a typo, so I apologize, but Jenny Wilden.
Correct.
Okay, I was thinking Brian knows her.
What's she got going on?
She's gotten into the influencer game.
Yeah, she's a busy girl.
But she's on the internet, she has a blog, and a
Oh.
website, she's an editor.
Is
And
it
she'll-
WIL?
DEN
Yeah,
Okay,
and she'll be coming in town next week,
this weekend.
this weekend.
Yep,
okay.
and I'll talk a little bit more about that itinerary.
And then as far as calendar, same thing as always, kind of updating it and keeping it all there, and also making sure we have all the COVID conscious guidelines and everything on there, just like on Facebook, so we can promote it.
Question about that, it says that including the COVID conscious community, where is that and what is it?
So for the events that are happening,
Oh, it's on the events?
yeah, so on the event page or any of the events that we have up on, I had to write for Race the Rails what we're gonna do to keep it safe and COVID compliant. And so
That's what that.
that's what's up on Race the Rails, because that's the only event that we do. We gave that document to Fierce Tears and Beers, and they mirrored that one. Essentially, you know, for like something like the Ranch Rodeo, where we didn't have control over it, the thing that the mayor asked was, because there was an email sent from the governor's office, questioning if we were taking this seriously or not. You know, the request is we're a COVID compliant community, or we are following COVID guidelines, or something along those lines. So that truly is the only verbiage to try to keep the gov happy.
Basically a blurb. just
I mean,
saying
bro.
So no, just trying to cover bases, because I'm certainly not in the business of making life miserable for our elected officials, and if they're getting stuff based off of what we're putting out there, I mean, they literally had posts from Tor and Rec on there that they were questioning, so I don't wanna be the problem child.
I haven't heard anything, and I can take it, I'll take responsibility even if it's not like
Right on, right.
part of the job.
But yeah, it's just one sentence, just saying sort
Fair enough.
Boy, that sure is attractive.
of. Isn't it? Yep,
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's
Sure.
nice.
I was hoping you were talking about the bow tie. but that's-
That too.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
That's fine.
Yeah, Michael Brown tweeted that his bow tie manufacturer is now making masks, so he's not getting any new ones, you know, he's gotta go in.
Oh, really?
So keep your bow ties.
Well, as long as you can tie them, that's fine by me.
That's
These
Snap-ons.
mask manufacturers have something else to make that they're not.
So I really appreciate your graph, that is impactful, and the returning and all of that, don't, you know, we haven't, unless I missed that last
No.
one, isn't that a help?
Yeah, that's helpful.
And then I can ask one more dumb question, is how you doing?
Yeah.
I literally, yeah, I just work on the stats and that's what I do. Yeah.
Thank you,
If there's any other questions, I'd be happy to answer.
thank you.
All right, I'll go ahead and follow up, and I'll be quick here.
I have to leave at 5.
We have 15 minutes up, we're good.
We're good. Bonnie
This'll take
Saunders.
13
Well,
minutes.
Bonnie Saunders has worked at the jailhouse for 46 years, and she's retiring today.
Is she at the front desk?
She was front desk and the keys and all over, but she's
Oh, how nice.
been there since she was,
Yeah,
Long time.
since Norm was.
yes,
a
since they
leader.
built the jailhouse, so
Wow.
I can't miss that.
Yeah, you're leading it. All right.
All right, so real quick, some of the stuff that that I've gotten into in the last month. East River had coordinated 2 different news spots for me to do Zoom interviews. One of them was with News 3 Las Vegas, and